Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at Lifewithsymone, and follow my business page at Brishari. I don't know why I got like literally so much so many inventory just sitting right here, but don't mind that. I was doing some unboxing, so my house look a little crazy. But anyway, yeah, follow my business page at Brishari. These are gonna go back in stock on Friday, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so y'all, before we get into the story time, y'all already know we got to do our community spotlight of the week. So this one, we got Tamara Jones 6811, TT Sosa Diddy, we got JTV, my sister, we got Tyler the Bay, we got Crystal Mabone 483. Thank you guys for being my top commenters of the week. I love you guys so much, and let's get straight into the story time. Okay, so y'all, this story time take place when I was dating Crazy, and this story time is he was the problem in this story, but he wasn't the whole problem. That's, yeah, rare. Okay, so I don't know if I told y'all a story about when I met this girl on the train, and y'all, it's crazy because, so remember when I told y'all I lived in the IE, and then I ended up, well, I was originally living in LA, but then I moved to the IE, and I would come to LA a lot. So sometimes when my mom didn't want to drive from Rialto to LA all the time, she would put me on that Amtrak train. I remember the first time she ever told me, like, girl, you gonna have to take the train. I was gonna say drive the train. First time she ever told me, like, girl, you gonna have to take the train if you want to go to LA, and it was just like, peace out. I don't know who she was talking to, baby. I was always on that public transportation growing up. I did not care. So a lot of times I would take the train when she didn't want to drive me, which it made more sense and it was easier anyway. I got to sit in traffic and it's more convenient. My grandpa would just pick me up from the Union Station. So anyway, one time when I was in high school, we got to take it back so we could tell y'all who this story is about. So one time I was in high school, I was on the train, and it's a lot of people who used to commute from the IE to LA on the weekends. I guess they was doing the same thing I was, and I always would meet people. Like, I don't know, I would just meet people. Maybe I was staring at them too much and they would come talk to me. I really don't know why, but I will always meet people on the train. So one day I had met this girl, and we're just gonna give her the name Cabrina. So I know you're like, Cabrina, bitch, why you didn't just say suh? I don't know. So anyway, Cabrina was older than me. She was way older than me at this time. I was in high school. I was in the 11th grade, and she was probably like about 18, 19 years old. I ended up meeting her on the train. She was just, you know, we just chit chat on the train, talking about a whole bunch of stuff. She had a whole bunch of tattoos, so that's kind of what we was like, well, I was kind of talking about to her. And then we just exchanged Facebooks and AIMs at that time, and we became cool. And I have a lot of crazy story times about this girl, but I don't know if I mentioned her to y'all before, so if I didn't, there go that. And I got more story times, but let's get into this one. So fast forward way later in life, I'm of age and I'm dating Crazy, right? So I haven't seen this girl Cabrina in a long time. Like, I don't know what happened to her. This was somebody I met when, like I told y'all, when I was in high school, and that's when my experiences with her was when I was in high school and stuff like that. So at this point, I ain't seen her. Like, I had her on Facebook. I didn't see her Facebook page no more. Like, I don't do AIM anymore. At this point, AIM is not a thing no more, so I don't have her AIM. I don't have her on Instagram, basically, long story short. So I haven't seen or wasn't even thinking about this girl. Sometimes I'll randomly think like, oh, whatever happened to her? Because, oh, I was going to say too much. But anyway, she was do like tattoo modeling. I was going to say for where, but some of y'all might not know it because y'all not from here, but some might, and I don't want to, yeah. So anyway, one day my friend had ended up giving me a shout out on Instagram, and he had a lot of followers on Instagram. So when he gave me that shout out, I ended up getting like 2,000 to 1,500 followers at that time. And you know, that was when Instagram was first popping, so I was like, oh yeah, baby. So well, no, it wasn't when Instagram was first popping, but you know, it's fairly new. So anyway, so he gave me a shout out. I got a lot of followers, and just so happened Cabrina was one of them. So when I came across the page, I'm like, wait, that's crazy. Like, I ain't seen or heard from this girl in so long. I ended up following her back, but at that point I didn't know if she actually remembered me or if she just followed me because he had gave me a shout out and posted me. So I really don't know what it was, but he had posted me. If I could find a picture, I'll insert it, but don't quote me on it because I might not be able to find this picture. But he had merch, and I had took pictures in it, and it wasn't like it was any cute ass photos or anything like that, but yeah, he posted them. So anyway, she ended up following me. I didn't think that she remembered who I was, even though me and this girl had some crazy times. I don't know why I was hanging out with that grown ass woman anyway. We had some crazy times. I didn't think she remembered me, so I didn't say nothing to her. So anyway, yeah, I didn't say nothing to her. I didn't like DM her and like that because I didn't know if this girl remembered me. And I have this weird thing about me. It's very, very weird. Like, I could know somebody from my past, or we hung out or whatever like that, but I don't know why I feel like we gone so long without talking, especially if you wasn't like a everyday, say like we hung out like a few times or whatever like that, or maybe we was friends on like the internet or something like that. I don't know why. I just automatically assume that the people forget about me. Like they don't remember who I am. And it's so weird that I even be thinking like that. Because it would be dudes that I had dealt with and talked to all the time. Like, and they'll say my name and I'd be like, you know my name? And they'd be like, Symone, for real? I don't know why I just be thinking I'm not memorable. But I am. So anyway, I didn't think she remembered me. So like I said, I didn't DM her nothing. So some time go by since we've been following each other. It's been like a long ass time at this point. And me and Crazy was getting into it. Ooh, I don't know why. Why is that man's name popping up in my head? So me and Crazy was getting into it, and I did like I always did. Took it to the internet and was talking shit about him, calling him all type of BANs, bitch ass niggas, and all this other stuff like that. We getting, you know, well y'all don't know, but if you follow me back then, you know. So I will always like really just bash on Instagram and put our business out in the streets. So Cabrina ended up DMing me and she was like laughing my ass off. You sound just like me. She was like, that really be me with my ninja, da 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 da, all this other stuff like that. Oh, you know what? No, she didn't DM me immediately. It was like probably some hours later. I deleted the post and I posted me and him, because that's one thing too. If he felt embarrassed, he'd be like, well, show them you still doing me. Do 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 do. And I don't know why I would listen. So that's when she had hit me up when I had posted him, and she was basically like, you sound just like me. That's how I be with my ninja. Like 1 minute I'm mad, I'm gonna do all of this. She didn't say crash out, but whatever the term people used at that time. But she was like, yeah, 1 minute I'm gonna do this, but then the next I'm gonna be back up on him. So I was like, LOL, girl, you know how it is. Just writing. At this point, I still don't think she remembered me. So we just kind of laughing back and forth, and that was it. It was dry. So like some hours later, she ended up hitting me up, and she was just like, how you been though? So at this point, I'm thinking like, I don't know. Maybe she asking me how I'm doing because I'm going through with my man, or maybe she remember me. I don't know. I'm still fucking stupid at this point. So I was just like, I'm good. How are you? And she was like, I'm good too. Like, dang, I ain't seen your ass in a long time. Like, you grew up, da 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 da, all this other stuff like that. So at this point, I'm like, okay, she know who I am. So we kind of start reminiscing, talking and stuff like that. She was asking me if I'm still in the IE area. So I'm like, no, I live back in LA. And she was like, okay, girl, I'll still be back and forth, but I'll be from Vegas to LA or this to. She was basically saying she just be everywhere. So I was like, okay. So she was like, yeah, next time I'm in LA, we gotta most definitely link. Like, we gotta do something, stuff like that. She's like, now you have aged, so I ain't gotta sneak you nowhere no more, LOL. So I'm like, okay, girl, like, just let me know. She's like, yeah, for sure, I'm gonna let you know, because we could plan something, you know, have a little weekend, go to a party, whatever, if you still into that type of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, right. So fast forward, it's probably, I don't know when we had this conversation. It probably was like a month or two ago. Just know it was a while ago that I had this conversation with this girl. At this point, we had not talked in the DM again, because I'm not about to never haround no hoe and be like, haround. Not finna hound no hoe and be like, hey girl, you say you was coming to LA, let's hang out. No, I'm not finna do all that. So I had never said anything to her, but we would like each other pictures, comment on each other pictures, and that would be that, right? So I don't know, like I said, it's been a long ass time since we even talked. So anyway, I'm still dating Crazy. One day I'm at his house and we just chilling, and it's probably like, I had spent the night, so it was probably like the afternoon, because he would wake up super early, and I would tell him, if you want me to stay at your house. At that time I used to wake up kind of late. Now I'll be waking up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock every day, but back then I used to wake up kind of late. So I used to tell him, if you want me to stay at your house, you need to understand that I'm gonna wake up at like 11 o'clock. Don't wake me up. So anyway, it was like the afternoon, and we just chilling, laying in bed, and we was just watching TV and stuff like that. He'd get a million phone calls a day. That's what really woke me up, because he'd get a million phone calls, and he'd answer the phone on speaker and be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna come. And then he'd look at me, oh, no, I'm gonna come right now. Just do little stuff like that. So basically his phone calls woke me up. So at this point, we just chilling, watching my Netflix account, y'all already know, and we just just watching whatever the fuck, because at that point I wasn't really like, I don't even know why I was paying for Netflix, because I don't even remember what the fuck I used to watch on there. Like, I never even used to search and had anything interesting on there. I think I just was paying for stuff, because at that point I wasn't poor anymore. Well, I was, you know what, I was a little bit poor, but I felt like I had enough money to pay for a subscription, so I did. I don't know, because I really didn't even watch it for real. So anyway, we chilling. Next thing you know, my phone start ringing. So I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to, on a low, look at it like, hold on, who this is? I'm looking at it on the low, and I'm like pushing aside to make it silent. I don't ever keep my phone on loud. That irritates me when I be around people whose phone be super loud. But anyway, I don't ever keep my phone on loud. It's always on like vibrate. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know this number. I pushed aside because I ain't got time. Y'all already know I told y'all how Bimbo used to have Messy be on some weird shit. Well, I eventually found out that Messy was on some weird shit for them. And then it seemed like every time me and Crazy hanging out, that's when the most randomest people will call my phone. It'll be dudes I ain't talked to in years, and they'll call my phone. Hey baby, how you been? Bitch, why the fuck is you you calling me? I would be so pissed because now we about to get into it. It'll just be a lot of mixture of a lot of different weird shit that would go on. But I promise you, it never happened unless I was with crazy. And it used to blow me because I know this happens to somebody before. And then you be trying to explain to somebody, but it don't even make sense because you got to think about it like, wait, if a girl calls your phone talking about some baby this, I'm not going to believe you ain't talked to this girl in years. Why she call? You know, you just, but I promise y'all, I promise this wasn't none of them times. Like these would be random, the randomest shit. So anyway, I'm looking like, don't know the number, not finna answer, did not answer the phone at all. It was a Vegas area code, and y'all remember the story time I did on the boy that was from Vegas, the creep weirdo that I went and met up with? Yeah. So when I seen Vegas, I said, oh hell no. I started to think about it. So I didn't answer the phone or whatever. The number starts to call me back. I pushed it again. At this point, I double pushed it. Hang up in that fucking face. Go to voicemail. Leave a message. If you don't leave a voicemail, it's not important. I don't want to hear it. They start calling again. So we still just talking. At this point, I'm trying to like make conversation going because I'm trying to hope he not peeping what's going on. But I'm like, at this point, in a minute, I'm going to put my motherfucking phone on airplane mode. So y'all, the number start calling again. At this point, I kind of sit up and I went like this. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who is calling me? I push it to go to voicemail again. They ended up texting me and was like, answer the phone. So I'm like, oh my God, they're calling back to back to back. So at this point, Crazy is kind of looking at me weird, but he was on the phone. He had ended up getting on the phone probably after like the third, fourth time this person called me. So he ended up getting on the phone and he just like, yeah, da 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 da. But he looking at me in that weird look. So I'm like, oh hell no. So at this point, I'm about to go to the bathroom. But I'm like, I'm not finna answer the phone. But who the fuck is this? I don't even want to text back because if I'm not answering your calls or texting you back, stop calling me. I don't even know who you are. At that point, I don't even know. I'm thinking like, I hope it's not nobody calling me in a crisis, which I would hope at that point. Back now, call me. Yeah, I'm gonna come. But back then, don't call me in no crisis. I didn't even have a car. What the fuck I'm gonna do? So anyway, I was like, I'm about to go to the bathroom. So he's like, Mom, I'm in the shower. I'm like, oh, okay. So he looking at me because he interrupted that phone call to say that because he probably was thinking like, yeah, you think you slick. And the whole time I'm not, but I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck going on. But I can see the way he looking at me and I'm about to ask him to take me home because yeah, I ain't got time for that. So anyway, I'm still sitting there and I'm just up on the bed. I'm like on Instagram, on my phone, like trying to I'm irritated because this number keep calling me, y'all. So finally he get off the phone. He like, I'm gonna call you back. I guess he could kind of tell what was going on. So he like, I'm gonna call you back. So he was like, who calling you? And I was like, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know why I'm playing stupid, y'all. Pulling him on him. So I'm like, I don't know what you talking about. He like, somebody keep calling your phone. So I'm like, you was on the phone with people? What do you mean? Somebody calling my phone. He was like, Symone, man, don't play stupid. Somebody calling your phone. So I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I think it's a telemarketer or something like that. Like they probably want something, you know, bill collector. I don't know. So he was like, well, when they call back, answer the phone. So I was like, oh, no, because I ain't got no money for nobody. Look, I'm just like, nigga, because I don't know who the fuck on the other line. And it's really stressing me out. It's like, yeah, when they call back, answer the phone. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know about all that. So he like, answer the phone. He's like, man, cuz that's crazy. You laying in my bed and you texting and calling other niggas. Da 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 da. He just start talking shit. He kind of getting loud. So I'm like, hey, shh, because I don't like people in my business, especially not your mama, because she gonna just come in there and smile and take your side. So I'm like, hey, shh. So he like, don't tell me to shush in my house. That's crazy. You really in my house talking to niggas. Do. He just going off. He going up. I'm like, man, ain't nobody talking to nobody. Like, you weird as fuck. Da. I'm like, I don't know who's calling me. Then answer the phone and call them back. Answer the phone and call them back. So I'm like, no, I don't want to answer the phone and call him back because I don't know who it is. Man, cuz that's some weird shit. He started looking at me. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to just answer this phone call when it go. Because he was like, who would it be? Who do you think is calling you? Do you think it's that blood ninja? Because at that point, y'all, he was obsessed with him. I promise you, it would be times where he'd be like, guess who I seen on my Explore page? I seen your little blood boyfriend. But he wouldn't say blood. He said the actual hood that the boy is from. And it's crazy because why they did a hood stories, I was looking on YouTube and I said, not they got hood stories on these niggas. But anyway, so, yeah. He was like, yeah, is your little boyfriend? So I said, no, that's not my boyfriend. You're my boyfriend. So he like, yeah, whatever. Da. So he just like going up, like talking shit. So the number just so happened at this point, it's kind of, they was calling me at first when we was arguing. I just kept pushing to the side. This point, they called again and he started to like peep that they called it. So he was like, answer the phone. So we fighting for the phone. I'm like, no, I don't want to answer the phone. We fighting for the phone. So next thing you know, but he's like this trying to push the button while he's trying to take the phone. Cause I'm like, stop, damn, what's wrong with you? I'm like, just take me home. Look, I ain't got time for this. Just take me home. So he like, no. So he pushed it. And he got quiet. So we both sitting there quiet like this. He's like, and I'm like, he like, so next thing you know, you hear it just hung up. It's like beep, beep, beep. And he was like, you weird as fuck. You weird as fuck. You weird as fuck. Da 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 da. You didn't want to answer the phone. All this other stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't know who it is. I'm like, if it was somebody, they would have said something. Da 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 da. I'm just talking shit. He was like, give me your phone. Give me your phone right now. Let's call it back. So I'm like, I don't know who it is. I promise you, that's weird. I'm like, you know what? I think it's Bimbo and her friends playing on my phone because of you. I was like, that's crazy. I post you. The next thing you know, look, now me trying to flip this shit on him. I felt like when I was in a relationship, he played a lot of mind games with me. So I just said, okay, we could play mind games together. Let's be mega mind, bitch. We gonna both play mind games. So I'm trying to flip it on him. He not really taking. He like, let's call the number back. I'm like, no. Now we kind of like smiling, laughing, but he's smiling and giving me that look. So I'm like, I'm like, if they call back, I'll answer the phone. Damn, like I'm just irritated. So next thing you know, why the number text me? And they said, answer the phone again. So I'm like, you know what? Mind you, because I have my phone is right here. It's like sitting down between us because not really between us, but kind of like in the middle. But my hand is like on my phone like this because bitch, you not finna snatch it. So I'm like, it's sitting right there. And when they text, he looked, he's like, I don't think bill collectors text your phone. So I said, you got anything in your name? Like, you got any real bills? Because your car's be in your mama name. Everything in your mama name. Fucking big timers ass nigga. Anyway, so yeah. So he was like, what they say? So I'm like stressed out. I'm like, who the fuck is this? In my mind, I'm thinking it's the nail cycle because this his behavior. This some shit he would do. And I'm thinking like, damn, I'm about to cuss this bitch out and have to go pull up to his hood, slap him, pop his tires, bust his windows out, do the most because you're really ruining my life, you know? So I'm thinking like, damn, I'm gonna have to beat this nigga ass, bro. So I went to it and I said, it said answer the phone. So I said, they really getting bold. He gonna say, call the number back. So I'm like, no, I'm curious too to see who this is. And I said, you know what? Let's call it back. Because if it is one of them, if it is Bimbo or one of them, I'm like, I swear I'm not fucking with you no more. Da-da-da-da. Like now we get into it. So he like, man, you weird as fuck. Don't even call the number. I'm like, no, I'm gonna call it. I'm playing mind games with him. So I called the number, I put it on speaker. And next thing you know, you hear, hello? It was a girl voice. So immediately he pushed the hung up button because I got in his head making him think that maybe this is somebody playing on my phone for him. So when he heard a girl voice, he hung up the phone. I said, why you hang up the phone? So he like, man, I don't know who that is. That's weird. I said, why would you know who's calling me? So they start calling back. I'm like, I'm gonna answer. He like, man, no, what you answering it for? I'm like, I'm gonna answer. He like, okay, see who it is. So I answer. I'm like, hello. And they was like, girl, what's going on? Why you not answering the phone? So I'm like, who is this? And it was like, this Cabrina. Y'all, I forgot to mention when she said she was coming to LA, I gave her my number. So, mind you, she never texted me or anything. So, that's like, this Cabrina. So, I'm like, Cabrina? When she said it, like, slim, I'm thinking, like, who the fuck is Cabrina? So, I'm like, Cabrina? And she's like, girl, Cabrina? And she said her Instagram name. So, I'm like, Cabrina! And I tap him, and I'm just smiling like, it's Cabrina. Like, you know, like, he know who the fuck this is. So, he just looking like, so, I'm like, oh, hey, girl, hey, what's up? At this point, what the fuck do you want? So I'm like, what's up, girl? So she like, hey, girl, like, why you didn't answer the phone? Like, oh my God. She's like, I was trying to call you. Like, I literally just got to LA. Bitch, why the fuck is you calling me like that? We ain't talked in how long? You never told me you was coming out here. Why the hell is you calling me bright and motherfucking early? And mind you, it's not like it was a weekend. Well, it really didn't matter what day it was because why is you calling me? So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, how long you gonna be out here? She's like, oh, well, girl, I came out here to see you. No, the fuck you didn't. I'm thinking like, clearly whatever you had planned didn't fall through. And now you think like, hey, let me call somebody else I know. No, you don't know me no more. So she's like, yeah, I came out here to see you. So I'm like, oh, why you didn't tell me? She's like, girl, the whole time I was texting your old number. Bitch. So I was like, oh, okay. She's like, yes, girl, what you doing? Da, 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 da. So I'm like, oh, right now I'm at my boyfriend's house. I'm like, well, I'll hit you later when I leave here. And then, like, you know, you could link. My grandma still live at the same place or whatever. I'll just hit you. So she's like, oh, okay. I was thinking about, like, trying to link right now or whatever like that. Like, I was going to ask you if you could come pick me up from the train station. Like, and then, you know, she's like, either I could come to your house and we could just chill or you could drop me off to my people and then we link up later or something. She's like, yeah, that's why I was calling you. So you gonna call me a million motherfucking times in one because you think that it's good like that? So I was like, oh. And I was like, well, Cabrina, I don't have a car right now. Mind you, when she said she was back and forth from every fucking where to everywhere, she didn't. Well, it never came up that I didn't have a car. And I assumed she had one because, Cabrina, why you ain't got no car still? We ain't live in New York. So I was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, Cabrina, I don't have no car right now. She's like, oh, you don't got a car? I'm like, no. She's like, do anybody at your house got a car? I'm like, yeah, a lot of people there got a car, but I'm not at home right now. I'm like, I'm with my boyfriend. So Crazy started getting up and he was like putting on his pants and stuff. So I'm like, hold on. I'm like, where you going? He's like, I got shit to do anyway. Like, if you want to go link up with your friend, you could. So I was like, she's like, oh, that's your boyfriend? She's like, ask him. He maybe could pick us up. Like, he said he finna go somewhere anyway. Girl, get out my background. She was like, ask him. I'm like, okay, hold on. I was like, I'm gonna see, because I'm like, it's a lot going on right now. So I'm like, I'm gonna see and I'm gonna call you right back. She's like, okay, don't forget, girl, call me right back. So I'm like, okay, I'll hang up the phone. So he was like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, that's this girl, Cabrina. I started explaining the whole story about the train and the tattoos and all this other shit. So he was just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, if you want to go hang out with her, then you could go hang out with her. He's like, I don't care. I got something to do anyway. Like, I gotta go to work. So I was like, okay, but I'm like, you heard what she said. She want me to pick her up and I'm about to ask to use nobody's car in my house to go drive way to Union Station. Like, that's all the way downtown and I ain't have no license. Like, it's only a certain amount of places I'll drive in my people's car with no license. Crazy car, yeah, I would have drove that. That's a him problem. And plus, one thing about him, if he lost the car, he gonna get another one the next day. He okay. So yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you heard that? He was like, well, actually, grandpa. I was like, no, I'm not taking my grandpa car that far. Like, you know, and he was just like, oh my God. He was like, you know what? All right, I could take you. He was like, I gotta go downtown anyway. He was like, because I'm about to go pick up some tree and stuff like that. He was like, but I could take you. Or I could take you, whatever. He's like, where y'all going afterwards? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe she gonna go to her people house. I'm like, she said she'd come to my house, but I really don't know. So he was like, all right, mind you, at this point, we having this conversation. I promise you, me and Cabrina been off the phone for like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. This hoe calling me back. Cabrina, chill. So I'm like, hello. She's like, hey girl, what's going on? What he say? So I was like, he said, all right, we about to head that way in a little bit. Like, I'm just about to throw some clothes on and then we'll head that way or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'll call you when I get there. Like, she's like, okay, I'm on the side by where the mega buses be and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, bye. I don't know why you telling me we ain't even there yet. I told y'all about to throw something on. So I'm like, Crazy was like, man, yeah, okay, well, you go hang out with her. And I'm thinking like he just really wanted me to go with her for real, because it was like he had his stuff to do and he probably was even more happy, like, yeah, she gonna be occupied. It's like he had a love-hate thing for me having company, because one, it could either go, he feel like I'm gonna go be around some other ninjas because I want to entertain my homegirls, or they could distract me from being on his head about him doing whatever the hell he doing with his life throughout the day. So yeah, at this point, I guess he probably was more feeling like, yeah, I need you distracted, and y'all ain't got, both of y'all ain't got no car. Oh, I know, he probably was like, field day, neither one of them got a car. Yeah, they finna be sitting at the house. So anyway, we get in the car. She texted me her location, like telling me where she at. I'm like, okay, we on the way there, girl. Chill the fuck out. Damn, we ain't finna doodle dash or do nothing crazy, because Crazy ain't got no license neither. So, you know, we gonna drive accordingly, even though he would drive crazy, but yeah. Anyway, so we on the way there and finally we end up picking her up. Y'all, it probably took us like an hour after that phone call for us to get to her. And y'all already know, and don't nobody, because people love to say Symone's a bad friend. I'm sorry that y'all let people run over y'all and y'all don't have boundaries and y'all don't speak up. A lot of times I didn't either, but I'm sorry that y'all want people to walk on eggshells around y'all and y'all just can't take a joke, or y'all just can't have a conversation that's not based off of, oh, I gotta make sure I don't say this because this person might get offended all the time. I'm sorry. But anyway, it took us like an hour to get there. I mean, it took us like an hour from that conversation. One, LA traffic had a city slow. That's what Drake said, and he wasn't lying. Two, we had to get ourselves ready. He got ready actually for today because he wasn't gonna go back home. So yeah, makes sense. I can't rush somebody on their timing to take me somewhere to go pick up somebody that I ain't seen in years. Yeah. So anyway, we finally pull up to go get her, and I was like, okay, we're right here. So she walk up. Y'all, why should this hoe walk up to the front though? The passenger seat, mind you, his car is tinted the fuck up. And I did tell her my man is coming to get us. I don't know if she thought mistakenly like I dropped him off and I took his car and I was driving. I don't know. She walked up to the passenger door, so I rolled the window down. I'm like, hey girl, you know, like, what the fuck is you doing? So she ended up getting back. She's like, girl, my bad. It slipped my mind. I thought you was driving. Something like, oh, okay, you know, honest mistake. I guess that could happen. She probably tired, so who knows. So he ended up going to go pull up to where he was pulling up to, and he left us in the car. So I'm talking, I'm like, okay, so you gonna come to my house, or you gonna go to your people's house? Like, what you want to do? So she was like, oh, I'm gonna just go to your house. I'm gonna come with you. She was like, yeah, we could just go to your house or whatever. Like, it's straight. So I was like, okay, cool. So he ended up coming back outside. He got back in the car. He was barely speaking to her because one thing about it, he'll be weird as shit. And I don't know, he was just a weirdo. So he was barely even like entertaining the conversation. She would like make small talk, but not really, just like, oh, thank you, whatever. So when he got back in the car, he started rolling up. So she was like, oh, I want to get some tree, like, you know where I could get some from? So he was like, yeah, the homeboy be having some and stuff like that. She's like, okay, because I really do want to get some. She was like, right here, like, here, how much is it? Like, you know, I want to get this amount or whatever. So he was like, nah, my other homeboy be having it. He was like, he just had something that I needed for me, but I'm not even about to touch this. Like, this is a little bit for me to just, you know, to puff right now. He was like, but the rest of it is going to somebody else. Like, I can't even take nothing out of that to get to you right now. So she was like, he's like, he ain't got no more in the house neither. So she's like, damn, okay, can we match? What you finna match with? I don't know, this ain't my business, I could care less. So she was like, can we match? So he was like, match what? He was like, she was like, match what you finna start puffing on. So he was like, you don't even got no tree, how are we finna match? Like, basically, you should just ask, can you hit mine? Because what we matching with? So she just started laughing, and she was like, no, but I do want to buy some or whatever. So he was like, all right, you know what? He was all like, yeah, we could, I'm about to not even like hit this one too much and drive because of where we at. He was like, I'm just about to hit it like a few times to put it out. He's like, you could hit it though. He was like, but if you want to match or whatever, he's like, my homeboy be having some, we could go to his house. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm excited because I'm like, yay. I don't know what he had to plan today, but I didn't really want him to be away from me. I'm just kidding. I couldn't care less. But yeah, so he was like, she was like, okay, cool. So they ended up hitting it a few times. He put it out and we started driving to his friend's house. So I'm thinking it's gonna be one of his friends, like the one that was madly in love with him. I forgot what I named that dude. It's crazy because I wonder if they still friends. But yeah, the one that was madly in love with him, who hated me so bad because he said I turned his friend into a psychopath. That nigga always been that way. He gonna say he never act like this. He stops by her house and watches it. That is not my problem. That's a him problem. And y'all need to get him checked out. What the f you hate me for? Because your friend is weird. So anyway, I thought it was either him or this other boy that had, never mind, I'm doing too much. Or I thought it was this other boy because it was going to be out of them too. Anyway, so we ended up pulling up to this house. I don't know who house this is. I'm thinking like, maybe it's one of his friends that moved or something like that. Don't know. Y'all, because why crazy had me, he had this one homeboy, and this nigga used to have me pull up to the homeboy house. Come to find out, crazy was... Okay, look, I ain't gonna tell y'all too much, but Crazy had me messed up with this one homeboy because it was some shit that used to go down at that boy house, and the fact that Crazy used to have me around and people is real crazy. Yeah, but that's a whole nother story time for a whole nother motherfucking day. How I found out he was hunching on somebody in that motherfucking house. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'm trying to... You know what? The homeboy didn't even know either. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. So, he knew not to pull up to that motherfucking house. Because at this point, that cat was out the motherfucking bag. So, he pulled up to this house. Like I said, I don't know who house this is. And he pulled in the driveway. So, the boy come outside and he was just like basically like move the car out the driveway. Like, park on the street, nigga. You know what to do. So, he ended up pulling out. He's like, man, he be really tripping. Like, damn, this not even like my hood. Like, I don't be wanting to be up over here. Yeah, he's like, I don't be want to be up over here for my car on the street. Like, I like to pull in the driveway, just go in and out. So he ended up putting his hood on his head. He's like, come on, let's go. So we hop out the car and we rushing into the house. So the boy, when we walking in, mind you, I'm like, hi. He like, hello. Mind you, I ain't seen this boy before. Crazy used to have the most randomest friends. I ain't never seen this dude before. So he like, hello. And she's like, hi. And he was like, hi. The way he's looking at us, because I had to double look. I'm like, am I tripping? This nigga looking at us crazy. So he looking at us kind of weird. So he was like, all right, let's go to the back. Like, we're going to go to the den or whatever. So we go in the den and we just sitting down and they all start rolling up. Well, not they all, just Crazy and his homeboy or whatever. So she was asking the homeboy, she was like, you want, like, you know, I want to buy some or whatever. So he's like, nah, you good. Like, you good. We off in it. You could just hit ours or whatever. So she was like, okay, cool. Cause she like, I do want my own though. Like, I want my own for the day. So he's like, oh, okay. All right, well, I'ma see. Let's just, you know, do this first. You know, he's like, and then I'll see whatever I got left over. I could probably give you some, like, you know, to buy. You could buy off of me or whatever. He's like, but I don't sell trees, so I don't just got a whole bunch laying around. But we could see how much, you know, basically smoke. So she's like, oh, well, why he said that you sold it? So he was like, I didn't say that. I said that he could sell you some. But I didn't say he sold it like he just be having it on standby. And I'm thinking like, not this nigga over here lying. And don't be weird in front of Cabrina. So anyway, we sitting there. They all start hotboxing and we just chilling, talking and stuff like that. Oh boy, who house it is, he's not talking at all. Like, at all. This ninja just kind of sitting there. And I was thinking, like, maybe the tree is bitter. I don't know. I'm not smoking. I'm thinking, like, maybe it's bitter or something. Because the way this nigga's looking at me like he licking a lime blunt is crazy. He just kept looking, not just at me. He looking at Cabrina crazy, too. So, Crazy is talking to him. And he just, like, one word to him and stuff like that. It's just so fucking weird. Mind you, Cabrina over here, she's sitting next to him. She's like, okay, like, what's your name? Like, how old are you? Just trying to, like, talk to him and stuff like that. And he just, like, one word. He like, this how he is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see how much I got left. I said I'm gonna see. Yeah. Man, cuz. Mind you, he'll say, man, cuz nobody talking to him. I'm thinking, like, maybe something going on his phone. Yeah. So I was like, oh, like trying to just make small talk too. So, oh, I never met you before. Like, how long you and Crazy been knowing each other? Years. And I was just like, this is weird. When I'm telling y'all, it was awkward. The whole time we sitting there for a cool minute, he kept asking Crazy, like, what you finna do? Like, what you finna do? He kept asking. I'm like, oh, this nigga hitting them like if they just did it to do, they just fuck, and you kick him out the house. He really kept hitting him with the, what you finna do? All right, bro, what you finna do? So he was just like, man, bro, chill out. Like, what the fuck? So he laughing. At this point, we all kind of just having a conversation amongst ourselves because old boy's just being real standoffish. He didn't really want us there. That's how I was feeling. He not really talking too much. I asked him for some water and he was just like, hold on. I promise you, like 10, 15 minutes went by. I'm choking because they hotbox and they got the windows closed and I'm just still just you think he went and got me water? No. So we just talking amongst ourselves and stuff like that. Crazy and Cabrina, they laughing and stuff like that. I'm not thinking nothing of it like it's on no type of weird stuff like he want her, she want him. I'm not thinking nothing of it. Everybody just chilling or whatever. Next, you know, like Crazy said something and Cabrina just did the craziest like like laugh, like a scream laugh. When I tell y'all, oh boy looked like, bitch, shut the fuck up. So he was just like, y'all ain't gotta be that loud. Y'all, when he did that, it was kind of awkward. So I was like, Crazy, can I talk to you real quick? And he was like, what's up? Like, what happened? So I'm like, can I just talk to you real quick? Like, over here? He's like, all right. I'm like, just come here real quick. Just come here. So Cabrina like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So I end up pulling him to the side and we go off to the hallway. So he like, what? Like, what did I do? Damn, like, you don't even want me to have a conversation with your friend? So I'm like, I don't know what you thought this was, but I didn't pull you to the side for that. Like, I don't care if you making her laugh. I'm not thinking nothing of it like that. I'm like, who is this nigga? That's what I'm concerned about. I'm like, who is this? So he basically like, oh, this my boy. This my homeboy. So I'm like, he's weird. I'm like, I done asked him for water. He ain't saying that. He keep asking us what we finna do. He seemed irritated. He don't want us here. I'm like, I low-key am like ready to get away from here. Like, we don't need to be over here. Because he kind of weird. And he don't seem like, it really don't seem like he want us here. And he just kept saying, y'all don't be in that hallway too long. But I swear it's like you could hear him typing, but that nigga ain't had no nails on. So he like, y'all been in that hallway too long. So he just left. I'm like, you see, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, let's just go. Like, we don't even gotta be here. I'm like, you could just drop me and Cabrina off at my crib and you go do whatever you was finna do for the day. He's like, yeah, you know what? We probably could wrap it up. He's like, I don't know what's up with bro. Like, he kind of being weird. And I was like, yeah, so like, let's just go or whatever. Y'all, why we walk out the hallway to go back into the den? Crazy gonna say, bro, you good? Cause my girl think you being weird. Why would you tell this nigga that? So he was like, why would she think I'm being weird? Like, you know, so they going, they kind of talking. He like, nah, bro, I'm not being weird. Like, I just wasn't expecting you to come over here with a million people and shit like that. Bro, it's just 3 of us. So he just like, they talking. So at this point, Cabrina like tapped my leg and she's like, you good? You good, little homegirl? So I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't want you to think like I'm on no disrespectful shit like that. She's like, I'm not like, you know, I'm not like trying to talk to your dude or nothing like that. So I'm like, girl, no, because they both thinking that I'm pulling to the side for that. So I'm like, girl, no, like, I ain't think none of it. I'm like, girl, I'll just pull him to the side, let him know, like, we could leave because his homeboy is being weird. Like, he being disrespectful. Well, not being disrespectful, but I'm like, but he not really, he just don't seem like he want us here, so we could go. So she was just like, oh, okay. She's like, girl, I just make it be clear because I'm not like that, girl. You know me. No, I don't. But she's like, I'm not like that. You know me. Like, you know it's good with us. Like, you really my little homegirl, da-da-da. Like, yeah, no, he not even my type. And girl, I actually got a boyfriend. She just explained all this stuff. I'm like, girl, no, you good. I'm like, we vibing. Like, I'm not tripping about that. I was like, yeah, it's really just his friend or whatever. So his friend, long story short, he told us basically we could get the fuck on since I think he's weird. Yeah. Like, if I'm the reason why we gotta go. It's like, bro, you've been telling us where we finna, like, what we finna do for the longest. So he was like, yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want nobody in my house that's gonna think that, like, I'm acting a certain type of way. If y'all feel like I'm acting a certain type of way, like, y'all could really go. Like, y'all, come on. All right. He just kept standing up. Because when he kept saying little stuff like that, we still just kind of sitting there. So finally, he stood up. He started walking. He's like, yeah, come on. Like, y'all could actually go. Like, y'all could actually leave right now, bro. Like, you and them, like, they could just go. I don't know what your girl on. But she feel like I'm being weird. Like, she don't need to be in my house. What? Y'all, it was a weird, I'm like, you know what? Let's just go. He right. And I been wanting to leave. So Crazy laugh. He like, bro, let me just finish. He like, nah, bro, you can finish that shit in the car. I don't know, but like, I just don't like this. Like, you know, if she feel like I'm being weird, bro, come on. Like, that's that shit you be talking about. So I'm thinking like, not this nigga talking shit about me to this mysterious friend I ain't never seen or heard about before. He's like, that shit you be talking about? He's like, yeah, bro. Nah, not today. Like, I'm not finna deal this shit with y'all. Like, y'all be having y'all little issues and shit like that and back and forth. So at this point, I'm just standing there looking at him like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's like, and y'all not finna do that here. We not even arguing. So I was like, crazy, let's go. Because I'm like, yeah, it's too much going on over here. Like, let's just leave. So he laughing and he get up and he's like, dang, bro, all right, come on. We gonna see you later. We gonna see you later. He's like, nah, bro, like, don't, y'all go where y'all gonna go. Y'all need to even come back over here. Basically, like, you ain't finna see me later, not with her. I don't know what I did to this man. I don't know. Maybe they had a I Hate Symone club. Maybe the one that was obsessed with Crazy was his homeboy too. And he probably was like, bro, if you ever meet her, hate her. So I don't know. But you know what? I really don't know. Cause it was not that deep for you to be like, we finna be toxic in your house. Nigga, you're the toxic one right now. I mean, granted, if you didn't tell him you was pulling up with all these people, I probably would be annoyed too. Don't come to my house with a million people and ask me to smoke with them. Yeah. So anyway, we ended up leaving. She was just like, dang, I didn't even get to get no treat from him. So he's like, this is crazy. Crazy was like, well, I mean, you done smoked enough, so you'll be all right. Like, how you gonna tell her what she had? So he was like, all right, he ended up dropping us off at my grandma's house or whatever. We both freshened up. We got in the shower and stuff like that. She telling me like, girl, you gotta come with me. Like, my boyfriend, he really want to see me and stuff like that. You should come with me. Like, because I did come out here. She like, I did come out here to see you, so you should come with me to his house. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, who your boyfriend? Like, where he from? You know, I'm just asking all these questions. She's like, oh, his name's such and such. He from such and such. Mind you, I don't know who he is. So I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, you want to come with me? Because I really don't want to just leave you here by yourself. Mind you, girl, I'm at home. She's like, I don't want to leave you here by yourself. So, like, you know, you should come with me to his house or whatever. Because I did come out here for you. She just kept saying that. And I'm thinking like, all right, well, I'm like, how we going to get there? She was like, dang. It is a lot of cars in your driveway. Somebody let you use the car or whatever? So I'm like, no, not to just go kick it. Like, if we was gonna go somewhere and come back, but like, not to go kick it over there. And she's like, I mean, we gonna be back. We probably be there for like an hour max or whatever. We ain't gonna be there that long. I just really want to get some treat from him and a little bit of money for us to like hang out. She's like, but we ain't gonna be there that long. So I told her, I was like, no, you know what? It's fine. I'm like, do your boyfriend got a car? She's like, yeah, he do. I'm like, just have him come pick us up or something like that. You know, cause yeah, I had an Uber account. But I didn't have an Uber account, if you know what I mean. So I was like, yeah, just have him come pick us up. So she's like, all right, cool. So finally her boyfriend ended up pulling us to the house and we ended up getting in the car. Y'all, I immediately wanted to regret that decision the moment he pulled up to the motherfucking house. Something was telling me, I should have followed my first mind. Something is telling me, Symone, go back in the house, let her go with her dude by herself. She could just come back when she done. But instead, I went with her. So mind you, we hop in the car. It's him and his homeboy in the front seat, so we hop in the back. And it's another boy in the back seat too. So she like, here, get in the car. Bitch, you sit in the middle. So I end up sitting in the middle or whatever. She sitting by the door. They driving this thing. When I tell you he pulled off the street, it's no need. My grandma's street is very big. It's no need for you to vroom, vroom. Like, what is you doing? This is not takeover. Nigga, drive correctly. He driving crazy. When I'm telling you, I'm in that car like, oh my God. I can't even put my seatbelt on because we like, the back seat is a 3-seater, but you know, we adults, so we kind of squished. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm just like stressed the fuck out in that back seat. We finally end up pulling up to his house. Y'all, this motherfucking house was the kick it spot. When I tell you it was so many ninjas there, I was pissed off. At this point, Crazy is not hitting my phone because he think we stuck at my grandma's house. So I'm pissed off. We go inside the house and it's just like ninjas everywhere. We the only two girls there. That made me even more uncomfortable. So we sitting there we sitting there and like she talking to her man or whatever, and she like, you know, they just going back and forth, not like arguing or like that. They just talking. But the way they was in that house talking, you know, if you've been around like dudes that want to be P's and stuff like that, you know a P lingo. I can't say the word, but you know PRM, yeah. So you know the lingo and like how they be talking. I always tell y'all they be trying to rhyme a lot, like this is a motherfucking nursery book. So he's like, they rhyming when they talking. Hey man, say man, dang 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 dang, whoa whoa whoa. I'm like, yo, when I heard it, because it was like her man was talking to somebody else and he talking back, he like, yeah, they just talking with the little lingo. It took one confirmation for somebody to call somebody P. I said, I know everybody name ain't motherfucking P in this house. I know everybody initial ain't P. This is not the Panthers. What the fuck I got myself into? So I'm like, oh my God, y'all, I'm even more stressed the fuck out. Mind you, the hood that her dude was from was a hood that I wouldn't even dare ask Crazy to pull up to and come get me if it came down to it. Like this, they beef, big beef. Like if Crazy pulled up, they gonna pow him, glizzy him down, even if they don't even personally know him. It's just the fact that you from the other side and we want to catch one of y'all. Oh, I was stressed. Because mind you, when I asked her where her boyfriend was from, she said where he was from, but she said it like, He's from Los Angeles. She didn't say what hood he was from. Girl, you know what the fuck I mean? So when we pulled up over there, I was like, oh yeah, this is crazy. This is a lot. So anyway, they kind of just talking, and we sitting there, and they just like peeing back and forth, not peeing like on the ground. Like they just, how they was talking. Nobody said anything to me at this point, which is perfect. I'm like, cool, keep your head down, don't look around too much. I don't got time for this. I don't want nobody talking to me or whatever. So nobody really talking to me or anything like that. This big dude ended up coming through the door looking like Boss Man D-Lo. I'm like, who the fuck is this? He coming in there, and he had on this big ass motherfucking coat with no shirt on, and he walk in the house, and he just like, he had a double cup too, and he walk in the house, and he looking like, when I tell y'all, his golds was so motherfucking dark, it looked like the ones at the beauty supply. He walk in, he just looking real weird, and he looking around, he like, P, who that? This me. He's not talking about me. He's not talking about me. I'm just stressed. So he like, oh, I don't know who that is. Like, da-da-da-da-da. So they just kind of talking. And she was like, that's my homegirl. Why? What's up, bro? And she walked up to him. He hugged her. He was like, cuz, I'm trying to see who that is. Mind you, when she walked up to him, she hugged her. They started walking towards me smiling. Oh, I was scared. I felt like a fucking meat at the market. So they walking up to me smiling. And he was just like, yeah, I'm trying to see who that is. I'm trying to see who that is. But he rhyming when he talking. I'm trying to see, I don't know. I can't do it. He's like, I'm trying to see who that is, but he rhyming when he talking, and he just like this. He wanted me to see his grill. He wanted me to see his grill so bad, even though he know damn well he didn't pay nothing for that, because the shit looked like it came straight motherfucking from the beauty supply. Okay, he like, what's up? Hi, my name is whatever, not some shady, but he's like, my name is something, and I was like, oh, okay, hi. He's like, what's your name? Like, what's your name? You ain't gonna introduce yourself? So I'm like, my name is Symone. I was gonna give him a fake name, I don't know why, but then I'm like, damn, this hoe might be like, that's not your name. So I'm like, my name is Symone. So she's standing there smiling with her arms folded like this, like a proud mom moment. And I'm like, my name is Symone. So he's like, okay, you shy, Symone. How old are you? You legal, right? So I'm like, yeah. And I said, how old I was? He's like, okay. He was like, cause P, you be having some young bitches in the motherfucking house. Ain't no nigga finna go to jail about them. Mind you, he don't got no accent. I don't know why I'm talking like that. But he's like, ain't nobody finna go to jail by no young bitches you be having in the house. He's like, okay, so you legal, okay. All right. So she was like, yeah, I don't be hanging out with no young bitches. You already know, like, my girl, she good. Like, she good or whatever. So he's like, okay, all right. So then she moved from by him or whatever, and he's still just standing there over in front of me smiling. Like, but I don't know if it was a smile or if it was disgust. It was kind of like, I don't know. It was fucking weird. So I'm like, occasionally I'll look up like that. Because the fuck is you standing here for? So he was like, can I sit next to you? Mind you, I'm already sitting on a couch full of fucking people. So he's like, can I sit next to you? So I'm like, I just kind of look over at these people. Mind you, they not talking to me. So he was like, bro, get up. Let me sit next to her or whatever. So he's like, all right, man. He's like, man, bro, all right. So he ended up getting up and he sat down. Mind you, he's sitting so close, like, it's damn near like this nigga sat on my hip, because that's how close he's sitting to me. So I kind of like adjust and scoot over a little bit towards the other dude. And the other dude must have gave me the most stankiest look, like, bitch, don't scoot next to me. I don't know. It was just so weird. I'm thinking like, damn, nobody like me today. So anyway, so he sat next to me and he just talking to me. He like, yeah, you know what's in this cut? Like, you want some of this? I was like, nah, I don't do that. So he's like, you don't do that, so what you be doing? I'm like, nothing. Like, what? So I'm like, nothing. He's like, okay, all right, yeah. You smoke? Like, when he was like, you smoke? She was like, yes. When do y'all need to roll up? Like, we sitting up in here anyway, y'all need to roll up. So I was like, no. He's like, you don't smoke? You don't sit? What you do? Like, what you be doing? And I was like, I drink. And he's like, you drink? You want to drink with me? You want to drink with me? You need to drink some of this. So I'm like, nah, I don't want none of that. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want to drink neither. I don't want to drink anything with you. I don't even want to be here, honestly. But I'm thinking, but I didn't say that out loud. But I was just like, yeah, nah, I'm cool. So he was just like, okay. Then he started going through his phone. This is me back in my phone. Who you talking to? You got your little boyfriend or whatever? So I'm like, yeah. So he like, oh, okay. So you in love? Like, that's your boyfriend or whatever? Like, you be getting to the money? You be getting to the bag? I can already see where this is going. I'm like, yeah, I'm in love. Because what question you want me to answer? Do I get to the background if I'm in love with my man? Where's the correlation? So he was like, okay, he in love with you. What your boyfriend do? Like, he get money or what he be doing? He a little square? So I'm like, he's regular. Because I don't know what you want me to say, but it's so awkward. So he's like, all right, you got to fuck with a real nigga. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I'm just like, And the conversation is so awkward, I promise y'all. The next thing you know, it didn't take him long. This nigga started doing them nursery rhymes and talking about how first he asked me, he was like, where you work at? So I just was like, oh, mind you, at this point I didn't work, but I just said my last job. I'm like, oh, I work at the airport. So he was like, oh, you work at the airport? He was like, so you be getting to that bag? Okay, but you know it's a bigger bag in these streets. And I'm like, here we go. He started telling me how I could make way more money because I'm so pretty, and you know, and you can make that fast cash. I'm pretty sure how much you get paid an hour. I'm like, oh my God. The way these niggas be trying to sell you, make you to sell the cat. Y'all could be salesmen, car salesmen. You could make some legal money, sell a house, because you really be pitching something, but you pitching the wrong motherfucking thing, nigga. No. So he was just like, yeah, how much you make an hour? So I'm just like, $2. I don't know. I'm just saying anything. So he was just like, oh, okay, you know, that's nothing. That's nothing. You know how much I'm making a day? You know how much I'm making a day? A bad bitch like you could make so much money a day. And you know how much I make? Da-da-da-da-da. And one thing about me, I'm going to keep you looking good. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He just started pitching the sell pitch about how I should basically sell my decaf for him. That's basically in so many words, because he like, yeah, you can make so much money, da 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 da. Switch to me, you can have a Jet 2 holiday. I don't know. He just was saying all this stuff. So I'm just like, no, I'm not interested. Like, you know, but thank you. You know, I don't even know why I said thank you, but I'm just like, I'm not interested or whatever. So he was just like, so she finally, I guess she could tell like it's awkward. So Cabrina came over there like, boy, leave her alone. Like, leave her alone. She not into that type of stuff. Like, just why are you doing too much? Like, doing too much. So her boyfriend ended up coming over there. Mind you, at this point she's standing in front of me, and when she stood in front of me, she like, leave her alone. She started like rubbing my hair, but like she's leaning forward, she's just rubbing my hair. She's like, yeah, you doing too much, leave her alone, leave her alone. So her boyfriend ended up coming over there, and he just like standing there smiling. He like licking the paper, like licking the tree, and he like, man, you scared? Is you scared? So I'm like, me? He was like, yeah, you scared? I'm like, no, I'm good, because y'all ain't about to sniff this fear, ho. So I was like, no, I'm good. So he was just like, okay, I'm just making sure. He's like, you ain't got to be scared around a pee, because one thing we ain't going to do, we ain't going to harm you. But if you want to get to the money, da-da-da-da-da. So this is her. Leave her alone. Y'all got to stop bothering her. Leave my girl alone. So I'm just like, y'all, when I tell y'all, it was the most awkward shit ever, because I'm thinking like, damn, this whole Cabrina came back in my life to get me, because this is what it was giving. Because I'm like, why the fuck is you rubbing my hair? So at this point it's kind of getting awkward, and I was just like, can I use the bathroom? I'm like, you got a bathroom here? So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna show you. So she grabbed my hand and we go to the bathroom, and she comes in and closes the door after me, like after both of us. So she was just like, you good? She ended up sitting on the countertop. She's like, you good? Like, if you're not feeling comfortable, we could go. She was like, my boyfriend, he be on that type of time. And she was like, but you know, I'm not that type of person that's gonna force my friends to do anything like that. Like, I already know you not on that type of time. And basically like, she know I'm not finna be on the blade. She's like, I know you're not on that type of timing. So I'm just thinking like, Cabrina, what the fuck is we doing here, ho? So I'm like, yeah, nah, that's not what I'm on. Like, I'm not on that. She's like, yeah, no, I know you're not on that or whatever. Like, you know, I'm letting them know like, you good. She's like, you good with me, trust me. They ain't gonna never try to force you to do nothing you don't want to do. She was like me, I don't be on that type of timing. Like, she's like, sometimes I do, like with me and my dude, like we be getting to the money or whatever. She's like, but I'm not, you my little homegirl, like you really like my little sister. Like, I would never put you in a weird situation like this one. So I was just like, oh yeah, no, it's cool. Like, you know, I'm like, but when we finna leave though, I'm like, because I don't want to be here. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. So she was just like, oh no, we gonna leave in a little bit. But she's like, yeah, but trust me, don't do nothing you don't want to do. She's like, I promise you, don't. If you go out there, I don't care if they make you feel scared or anything, just call, like, let me know, call my name, let me know. She's like, don't do nothing you don't want to do. She wanna say that. I'm like, what you mean by that? Because like, what you mean by don't do nothing you want to do? Like, we finna walk out and everybody finna be butt naked having a freak off. Like, what the f you talking about? So I was like, what you mean? Like, why you saying don't do nothing you don't want to do? She's like, no, I'm just saying, like, if he tell you like come with him, like go for a ride or anything like that, she like, because all he gonna do is try to go show you where his girls is at and gonna ask you if you want to go out there. Like, you know, he just gonna try to do all that, but don't do nothing you don't want to do. So I was like, Cabrina girl, I'm like, okay, get the money from your dude and we could head out. Like, you know, we could head out or whatever like that. So she's like, yeah, we could go. She's like, whenever you want to go, we could leave. Like, just let me know when you feel uncomfortable, when you ready to go, we could go. So I'm like, I'm ready to go. Cause bitch, I just said that. She's like, all right, well, we finna just smoke real quick. She's like, and I'm gonna get the money and then, yeah, we could leave. She's like, but girl, yeah, no, like, I don't be out there. She's like, I do. I could say Backpage. She's like, I be on Backpage or whatever. She's like, and me and my boyfriend, we be making videos and shit like that. But like, that's about it. Like, you know, what did you telling me for? So I was like, okay, girl. So I'm like, okay, girl. Like, you know, at this point, I never use the bathroom because she's like, oh, did you ever have to pee? I don't need you watching me like you my PO. What the fuck? So I was like, nah, I just want to come in here and like fix my hair and shit like that. She's like, yeah, you good. She started like fixing it. So we go back out, and at this point, I'm just kind of like standing off to the side. So boy, he's like, you sit back down, I don't bite. At this point, nobody's sitting on the couch but him. He off to the far side, so I sat to the other far side. I'm just gonna sit in the middle next to you. So he was just like, dang, you gonna sit way over there? Did I scare you? I don't bite. I promise. Like I'm a real cool ninja. Like da 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 da. I'm a fat nigga, but I really be cool as fuck though. Da 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 da. He just talking. I'm just like, no, you good? I'm like, you know it's hot up in here, because it is hot. Like it's yeah. So they back and forth, and they just hitting the tree or whatever like that. They just talking and stuff like that. So next thing you know, oh boy, he start bringing up the shit again. Like he just start kind of talking about it. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go pick up one of my girls or whatever. He was like, yeah, because she got a hair appointment. She gonna go get her hair done. So he's like, you want to ride with me somewhere? You want to ride with me? I'm just about to go pick her up. Like, you trying to come? So I was like, mind you, this Cabrina over there, she off to the side looking at me like. So I'm like, no. Mind you, you need to shake your head and say, no, it's not like I was going to say, yay, I want to ride, I want to ride. Like, I was going to get so excited and be like, yes, I want to ride. I want to see what's going on. No. So I was just like, nah, I'm good. So he was like, yeah, you could just ride. Like, I promise you, ain't nobody finna make you do nothing. I just want you to see, like, they living good. They doing good. Like, we all living good. You know, it's a process. You stay down for the come up. Like, they gonna get their crown. I could see you getting the crown first. Like, even if you was to come out there, you know, they would really hate you. But I could see you really gonna be the one. Like, you gonna... Y'all, so at this point, I was like, Cabrina... I just said her name. I'm like, Cabrina. So she was just like, girl, okay. She's like, yeah, you making her feel uncomfortable. Like, you doing too much. Like, you need to leave her alone. I already told you that's not what she on. Listen, really like my little sister or whatever. So her boyfriend was like, man, why you bring a square bitch up over here anyway? So I'm like, you ready? Like, at this point, I'm like, you ready? Because at this point, girl, it's too much going on. I'm irritated as fuck. Like, it's just a lot going on. So she was just like, why? What the fuck is you calling her a bitch for? Like, what is you doing? Like, why are you doing all that? I told you I'm with my little sis. So he's like, man, you don't even fucking know this bitch. I ain't never seen her before. Like, this is not your little sister. So, oh boy, he just sitting there. He just laughing. He like, see, if you was under my wing, I would never let a nigga disrespect you. But your nigga, he let niggas disrespect you. Mind you, he not here. And one thing about him, he probably would let people disrespect me, but he got a mean knockout, and he'd probably knock your big ass out, nigga. So anyway, so he just like, at this point, Cabrina arguing with her dude. She's like, yeah, no, stop talking to her like that. You're not finna disrespect her, da 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 da. Like, they going back and forth or whatever. So he was like, yeah, nah, like, you bringing, like, he's like, you not finna go back and forth with me about nobody you just met. Like, he's like, I already know, get down, Cabrina. Like, you probably just met this bitch. You're not finna go back and forth. She's like, no, this is like my little sister. This my little homegirl, da 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 da. All this other stuff like that. She's like, we go way back. We just reconnected. She was like, but you not finna be, I told you, like, leave her alone. She not on that type of timing. Like, this ain't what she on. Like, leave her alone. So he was just like, man, I don't give a fuck, like, da 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 da. So y'all, her and her dude, they actually get into it. Like, it's getting real heated. Like, you bitch ass nigga, da da da. They getting into it like real bad. So I'm sitting there, and oh boy, he like, man, CP, I would never let my bitch talk to me like that. It's other people just in and out the house, but nobody like getting into their shit, whatever. So he's like, I never let my bitch talk to me like that. That's what oh boy, boss man D-Lo on the couch is saying. So he's still just talking or whatever. So he over here like saying to one boy, he like, man, he getting mad though. He's sitting there getting mad though about it. So he starts talking to some other boy. He like, you see this shit? But she getting into it. Like, they really backing each other their face and all this stuff over me. So I'm like, let's just go. Let's leave. He's like, yeah, y'all get the fuck out of my house. Like, da 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 da. Y'all get the fuck out. She's like, and we will get the fuck out. She like, Symone, come on, let's go. You ready? Bitch, I been ready. She like, you ready or whatever? So she like, you ready? So I'm like, yeah, come on, let's just go, like, let's leave. So she like, yeah, da da. So he like, yeah, leave, bitch, da 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 da. So she started walking away, and when she was walking away, he grabbed her by her hair. So she turned around, and she just started taking off on him. So at this point, I'm like, oh my god. One of the other boys went over there, so I'm thinking like, what he finna do? So I go over there and I just like grab her, but he trying to break it up too. And here go, oh boy, the boy on the couch. He's still just like, man, what the fuck? Like, he getting so mad about it. Like, he's so pissed off. He like, man, ain't no bitch ever disrespected me like that. Da 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 da. Like, he just talking. So he like, man, bitch, get the fuck out of my house. But when she was like, they was over there really fucking fighting. So I'm pulling her. I'm like, come on, Cabrina, let's go. Like, let's go. Like, let's leave. Come on. And she was like, yeah, get the fuck out of my house. Da da da. He was like, yeah, and you too, bitch. Talking to me. I don't know if you thought Cabrina was walking out the door and I just sat back down. Gladly. So I'm like, yeah, we finna go. Come on, Cabrina. Like, let's leave. Like, yeah, we finna get up out of here. Like, let's go. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. So we walking away. She like, man, fuck you. Da 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 da. You blah 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 blah. I have my brothers come over here and get all you mother. She's like, I have my brothers come over here and view all glizzy all y'all motherfuckers down. So he like, man, your brother come over here, you stupid bitch. So he's spitting. This man, this grown man, is spitting at her, like spitting. A little bit of it hit her, like, I don't know where it hit her at, but a bit of it splat on me. It like splattered to me. So I'm like pissed. I'm like, come on, Kabrina, this nigga is weird. Like, he's a weirdo. So she's like, nah, da-da-da-da-da. Like, what's up? Like, da-da-da. So old boy still on the couch just talking shit. He mad. He like, bitch, get the fuck out the house. You and your square ass motherfucking friend. Da-da-da. That's what the boy on the couch is saying. The other boy, he heated. They like, bro, stop. This shit not even worth it. He like, man, I'm gonna have my sisters. He like, stay right here. I'm gonna have my sister come over here and beat your ass. Da-da-da-da. So Kabrina's like, have her. I will sit right here, wait for her to come. So I'm thinking like, Kabrina, no, let's just leave. I don't know how we finna leave now. He was all right here. So I'm like, let's just leave. So he like, man, get the fuck out of here, you stupid. She like, they cussing her out, and oh boy on the couch. She like, yeah, get the fuck out. Da 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 da. So she like, bitch, shut your fat ass up. And she just cussing him out. He was like, you ain't gonna talk to me like that, cause I'll really go get one of my bitches and they'll really slap the fuck out of you. So they all just get into it. I'm like, Kabrina, let's go. Mind you, this is me like pulling her arm a bit, Kabrina. But I'm like, this is too much, girl. Don't call me ever again. So I'm just like, Kabrina, let's go. Like, let's just leave. So she getting into it with them. She's like, yeah, all right. So we end up walking out the house finally. She was like, man, you good? You good? I told you in the bathroom, I would never let nobody do nothing to you. Don't ever do nothing you don't want to do. She's like, don't ever get into this life. Like, this shit is weird as fuck. These niggas is weird, da da da. And she's like, you bum ass bitch, you need me. You need me. Like, she just was screaming in the front yard. So he like, get the fuck out of here. Mind you, when we left out, she didn't even grab her purse. So this man is throwing her shit out the door. He was like, something, I don't need you. Like, he like basically saying like, I don't need you. I can replace you. Da 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 da. You could be replaceable. Ain't no bitch ever needed in my motherfucking life. That's what all he's saying. And I'm just like, girl, let's go. So I'm picking up her stuff, cause she like still like, what? Da 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 da. She walking up on him, and it was one boy. He like, man, Kabrina, get the fuck on. Like, get from over here. She's like, no, I'm gonna call my brothers. Da 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 da. He like, bro, ain't no need to do all like, just get your stuff and go. So I'm grabbing her stuff off the ground, like putting it back in her purse, and I'm just like, Kabrina, like, what the fuck? So I'm just like, girl, like, come on. Cause at this point I'm irritated, even though I know this all happened because she was defending me, but you should never bring me here in the fucking first place. If you knew your boyfriend and all his friends was wannabe P's or whatever the fuck they are, alphabets, you should have never brought me here. You could have came here by yourself, ho, because first of all, you know you didn't come out here to see me. We ain't even talk. So she was just like, yeah, like, no, you good? She like, you not, like, that's my little sister at the end of the day. This is a fucking kid. Girl, okay, you doing too much. I ain't no damn child. So she was like, this a fucking kid. So he was like, man, get the fuck out of here. So her boyfriend starts saying some weird, wild ass shit. At this point, I wanted to come back with a glizzy, and I'm just kidding. But he started saying some weird shit. He was like, I'll find that bitch. He was like, fuck that, fuck her, da 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 da, talking about me. He's like, I'll find her, and I'll take her, and I will. Long story short, he started like, he's yelling and saying all type of like, saying how he would like basically F me. Well, yeah, that too. But he was saying he will find me, he will fuck me with all of his friends and put me on a blade and make me make some money for him. I was like, you know what? It's time to fucking go. So I'm like, Kabrina, man, I'm finna go. Like, at this point, this nigga just said some weird ass shit, and you over here, she arguing him like, bitch, da 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 da, you need me. Ain't nobody. She like, you need me, da 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 da, you need me. Try me. So he like, man, fuck you. He was like, I'ma find you. So he looking at me in my eyes talking about, I'ma find you, bitch. I'ma find you. What the fuck? At this point, I'm like, yeah, I'm finna call the authorities on this whole motherfucking house. And if I ever even see you at a line in a grocery store, bitch, I'm just no glizzy you down. Cause that's a threat, and you're saying some weird shit. Like, I really hope this man is in jail. I don't know his name or nothing like that, but I really hope now in life he probably is somewhere in jail, because you making some strange ass threats. That was very fucking weird. You're that mad. So anyway, so she getting into him. They like, Kabrina, just go. So she start getting on the phone. She like, yeah, I'm finna call somebody right now. So she on the phone. I guess they answer the phone. She's screaming, I'm at such and such house, and this nigga doing some weird shit to my little sister. So he like, what did he do? Like, basically, I guess they must have asked her, like, what she do? He like, this nigga over here trying to have his friends run trains and put my little sister on a blade. Da 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 da. She's screaming into the phone. So he like, man, bitch, what the fuck? Like, they just get into it. So I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, I guess this dude that's her brother was from the hood and was just around the corner on the other street. When I tell you we was over there, we was probably still out there for a cool minute with her getting into it with him. And I wanted to just walk off and go catch the bus, because I'm like, bitch, you was really getting on my nerves. But when I tell you this nigga came around that motherfucking corner deep, I mean, quick as fuck, with a car full. He came across the corner, and he like, this nigga had on glizzy is right here in his hand. He walking up. He like, what the fuck? Kabrina, you good? So old boy like, man, da 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 da, this bitch is lying, da da da, you know what type of bitch she is. So he like, Kabrina, you good? She like, no, that's my little sister right there. So the boy look at me kind of like, okay, whatever. So she was like, yeah, and he doing some weird shit. Him and his friends, they over here, they was trying to snatch her up. She just started saying some shit that he said he would do when he said he was gonna find me. But she started saying all this stuff, like basically saying this is what he was doing. So he like, man, what the fuck? Da 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 da. So he talking to him, he walking up to him, he like, man, and he walking up to him like, bro, you know I don't do no shit like that. You know I don't do no shit like that. He said, bro, I already warned you when you had my sister out there on the motherfucking blade. She spared you. She like, yeah, not no more, not no more. So they getting into it. I'm just like, this all could have been avoided if you didn't bring me here. If you didn't call my motherfucking phone and bring me to this motherfucking house. So she was like, come on, Symone. And we start walking and we hop in the car, the brother car. We hop in that car. So she was like, I'm so fucking mad right now. I'm so fucking mad. And she was just like crying a little bit. So I'm like, you good? I'm like, we shouldn't have came here, because now I'm just thinking like, oh my God. The boy who's the brother, they all end up, he got back in his car and he pulled off. He didn't say shit to her. He was like, you good? Like, you good? He was like, I told you, like, I'm tired of nigga. That nigga not even from the hood no more. Like, that nigga Ben got a DP. You fucking with a lame ass nigga. Da 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 da. When he has your ass out there, that shit used to piss me the fuck off. I've been waiting for a moment to really get this. Like, da 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 da. So she was like, I know. So he was like, yeah, like, where you finna go? She was like, oh, I'm finna go to this. She said, where my grandma live at. He was like, yeah, that's not where I could be at. Like, I don't be in that hood. Hell nah. He's like, I'm gonna just drop y'all off at this bus stop. He's like, but Cabrina, if you need me, you call me. You call me. He's like, I don't want to see your ass up over here no more. If you come over here, you go on the next street. You don't go over there no more. You hear me? She's like, I understand. This nigga dropped us off as a bus stop. A bus stop. And I was thinking to myself, like, bro, you couldn't at least just pull us to my house, we jump out and you drive off? It ain't even that bad. It ain't even bad over there, for real. Look, let me stop, because when I was over there, the same day my uncle passed, somebody did get glizzy down on the street. But look, that was random, and that stuff like that just don't be happening. So I'm just thinking like, dang, that's crazy. So we at the bus stop and we just talking, and she was just like, yeah, it's been a lot going on. So basically she told me to run down her boyfriend was from that hood, but he not from that hood. He got a DP because he was messing with younger girls, and basically the shit that he said he was gonna do to me, he was doing to young girls. First of all, you know your boyfriend had a case on him, and his homeboys put him off his hood. He just live in the hood, obviously. That's his people house. You know your boyfriend got these charges against him, got this case on him. Why the fuck did you bring me here? Like, this was so fucking crazy to me. And two, why are you dealing with him? That's fucking weird. Because first she was basically telling me like the reason why. Because I'm like, why would you still talk to him? That's weird as fuck. Da 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 da. So she was just like, oh, because the girl lied about her age, and it was just a situation like that. Like, she put extras on it. Like, I know he didn't do all of that with her. This nigga just said that he was gonna find me and do it to me. So I'm just like, that's crazy. So she's like, yeah, she basically just telling me everything that happened. I'm sitting here like, damn, this bus can't come any quicker. This hoe is getting blocked, you know? So we sitting there talking. She was just telling me to run down, like, yeah, he been off from over there. She's like, but it just kind of triggered me. She's like, because when he said that to you, it just made me realize, like, you've been lying to me, you know, like, you probably really did know about that girl and all this other stuff like that. And I'm just thinking, like, for one, I don't understand why they be so lenient when it come down to offenders any fucking way. Like, why is this man out of jail? Why is he out of jail? Why is he okay to walk freely? This shit is crazy. And ho, why is you fucking with a nigga that you know got these charges? That's crazy. That's already sick. And I was already like, yeah, you getting blocked for that too. Thanks for defending me, but ho, you going, yeah, no. So she telling me all this other stuff like that. She's like, yeah, that just kind of made me mad. She was like, because this and that and da da da. She started telling me a whole rundown how like she had caught a case for him. Not that case, but like something totally different. She was like, and then she was basically saying how she almost went to jail for that shit too, because when she did used to be on the blade, he had this one girl and then they got caught and they went to jail and all this other stuff. She was just telling me all this other stuff about them. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. She was like, yeah, hold on real quick. Somebody called her phone. She's like, girl, yeah, I'm at the bus stop right here. Can you come get me? So the girl was like, okay, like basically gonna come get her. So at this point, a bus coming, and she was like, yeah, let the bus go. Like, my homegirl gonna come. My homegirl about to come about to come pull up. So I'm like, okay, the bus ended up passing by, right? So next thing you know, we sitting there, we still just talking. She was like, yeah, that shit is crazy, da 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 da, all this other stuff like that. She's like, yeah, that's my blood brother, like, he got my back or whatever. Like, he be mad because I be dealing with old boy, but I did spare him a lot of times. Like, my brother be sparing him because of me. So we still just talking, having a heart to heart. Finally, her friend ended up pulling up. It was probably like 15 minutes, like probably was like 10 minutes after that bus had went by. These buses was running so fucking slow on the street. So her friend pulled up and she was just like, all right, she stood up. I stood up too. She turns around, give me a hug and gonna say, all right, well, call me when you make it home safely, okay? Just let me know. She's like, I got some shit to handle, but let me know when you make it home safe. She's like, I'm sorry. She's like, and I'm gonna still be out here, so I'm gonna probably pull up back to your grandma's house later. Bitch, what? Y'all, when I tell you, I said, can your friend give me a ride home? She's like, we finna go in the other direction. She was like, we finna go in the other direction. When I tell you, pissed wasn't even the motherfucking word. It wasn't the word. Because I said, now at this point we kind of getting into it. I said, so you finna leave me at a bus stop? I said, you brung me way over here knowing that you have this weird ass motherfucking boyfriend. And I'm like, and then all this shit happened, transpired. You finna clearly go back up over there. This is, I'm not fucking dumb. You're clearly about to go back over there. I'm like, you about to leave me at a bus stop and you can't even give me a ride home? Like, it's not even that far. She's just like, girl, no, because she about to charge me gas and shit. And I didn't even end up getting no money from him because the whole shit happened or whatever. She was like, but girl, no, just let me know when you get home. She's like, you want me to wait for you with the bus? Like, you want me to wait for the next bus? I'm like, no, it's cool. You could go. You could go. I was so irritated. When I tell you, I was so fucking annoyed. Like, I sat there for like a long ass time. I don't even know how long, but I sat there for a cool minute before that bus came. I went home and I was irritated. When I tell you, I was on a bus like shaking. You know when you so mad you just be shaking? Like, I was just shaking. Like, this is why my stupid ass and Crazy be right. He be right when he say stop trying to be friends with everybody, and I just be like, Crazy, shit, you don't know nothing, you stupid. But he was so fucking right. Well, he didn't say it that time. He should have. But I was just so fucking irritated. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I was so annoyed because, girl, what? So y'all, the nerve. When I got home, I already was like, oh, I'm finna block and unfollow this girl, all this other stuff like that. Y'all, tell me the fuck, tell me why. Tell me the fuck why. When I went to unfollow this girl off Instagram, it did not say follow back. This hoe already unfollowed me. What the fuck you unfollowing me for? I was so confusion. Cause what the fuck you unfollow me for? Girl, huh? So I was so confused. At this point, I was so mad. And instead of just letting it go, I started texting her. I got on the phone with Stank and I'm just telling her everything that happened. She's like, yeah, that's weird as fuck. I'm like, should I press about it? And Stank was like, no, just let it go. Whatever. You finna block her. You don't fuck with that girl, whatever. Just let it go. Mind you, when she came to my house, when Crazy dropped her off at my house, she left some of her stuff there. Bitch, the nerve of you to unfollow me off Instagram already and you still got your stuff here. Y'all, when I tell y'all I put that whole stuff on the motherfucking curb like it was Friday and it was trash day. Bitch, what? I ended up texting her and I was just like, you weird as fuck, da-da-da-da-da, all this other stuff like that. She was like, girl, how am I weird, da-da-da, trying to play stupid. I'm like, you unfollowed me off Instagram like I did something to you. So she basically gonna try to say that, oh boy, she went back over there to like clear up some shit and oh boy had unfollowed me. Girl, you're a fucking weird ass liar. So she ended up hitting me up like, oh, I'm about to come get my stuff. Like, I'm gonna come over there and pick my stuff up. So your friend could bring you over here to get your stuff, but she couldn't pick you up from the train station, but she couldn't give me a ride home. Girl, fuck you, because you could have had your stuff. If you would have just gave me a ride home, you could have got it. So I was just like, girl, your shit is outside. And I didn't put it directly in front of my house. I said, your shit is outside in front of somebody's house. Find it. Yeah, find it. I literally took that shit way down by the dead end and left her shit on the curb. Fucking find it. Find it. And I'm not no thieving asshole, so it's not like I went through her stuff to see what she had or whatever like that. So she was just saying all this other shit like, that's crazy, I really defended you, I got into it with my ninja over you. Your ninja, your man is a pedophile. Why the girl, what? Like, not you blaming me, you probably got into it with him because who Lord knows why the you and him was getting into it anyway. So anyway, after that happened, it was probably like some weeks later or whatever, she tried to basically hit me up like apologizing, but then at the same time blaming me for a whole bunch of stuff like, oh, it was a lot of hood politics and this and that and that and the third. Mind you, I didn't respond to this girl at all. I didn't respond to her. She had ended up texting my phone, and at that point I was like, you know what, I'm about to block you, because I just blocked her number. I didn't have nothing to say to her because you're so fucking weird. Like, you put me in a weird situation, then something pop off and you get mad and try to blame me. What? Y'all, so mind you, when I had blocked her, I guess she noticed, because the iPhone, you gonna notice it's gonna pop up green. Back then, you know, now it pop up blue, I think, and it's just say, it don't say deliver or whatever. So back then, you know, it was popping up green. So she noticed I blocked her. Why this girl gonna hit me up on Instagram trying to say like, if girl gonna hit me up on Instagram trying to say like it was $3,500 stolen out of her bag? If you had $3,500 in your bag, why couldn't you use like 15 of that or 2,000 of that to buy you a car? I don't know. It's just a thought. And then two, why did you need to go get some money from him if you have money in your bag? Let's be for real. Like, come on now, girl. You're literally just wanting me to respond to you, which I was not gonna respond to this girl because, girl, what? I left her on scene because, bitch, you stopped playing with me. And at that point, that's when I used to be in my argument era. But I was just like, this girl not even worth it because she's fucking weird. And plus, she had a ties to some hood niggas that I ain't want no problems with. So yeah, I just left it at that. I just never responded to her. But yeah, she knew damn well that never happened. But that's it for this story time. I'm about to go finish watching this show. My boyfriend put me onto this show and I'm so mad because I'm stuck. It's called Suspicion and it's on Prime. And y'all, tell me why they only got one season. I think it came out back in like 2017, 2018. It's old, but it's so good. And I'm mad because it's only one season. That's annoying. So I'm about to go finish off an episode, edit this, and then maybe by the time it'll be midnight, and then I could watch the new season of Wednesday. So yeah, that's it for this video. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. More of the story, stop trying to be friends with randos. More of the story, when somebody call you and you know they're using you, because it was clear as day that girl was using me for a ride. Don't answer the phone. Don't do it. Don't do it. And if they say you a bad friend, like they be trying to say I'm a bad friend, hey, just be that bad friend then, because I should never even have my boyfriend go get you. Should have been that bad friend to a person that was not even my friend to begin with. Yeah, but that's it. I love you guys so much. I'll see you on my next one. Peace out.